Is this your life too?
Let's talk about your job in real-life English.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Daily English Talk. I'm Harry.
And I'm Emma. It's so nice to be here with you today.
On this channel, we practice real-life English with simple, natural conversations.
We don't just teach vocabulary, we talk about real life, real feelings, and real stories.
And today, we're going to talk about something huge in your life, your job.
Not just the job title you say in 2 seconds, but how your job really feels every day.
Maybe you love your job. Maybe you're tired of it. Maybe you're dreaming of something new.
Whatever your situation is, today we'll give you natural English to talk honestly about your work.
So take a deep breath, think about your own job for a moment.
And let's start today's conversation about your job in real-life English. So, Harry, I feel like job talk is one of the most common topics in adult life.
Absolutely. At parties, at family dinners, even with strangers, people always ask, "So, what do you do?"
And that simple question can be easy or super complicated.
Yeah, sometimes you just say your job title, but sometimes you want to say it's complicated.
Or I'm tired, or I'm stressed, or I'm thinking about quitting.
Exactly. And all of those feelings are part of your real job story.
How do you feel when someone asks you, what do you do?
Honestly, it depends. Some days I feel proud, some days I feel a little embarrassed or tired.
Embarrassed? Why embarrassed?
Not because of the job itself, but because sometimes I feel like I'm not doing enough or not where I thought I'd be.
Ah, that's real. I think many people feel that way.
What about you? Do you like talking about your job?
It depends on who I'm talking to. With close friends, yes. With strangers, I keep it simple.
Same here. With some people, I just say, I'm an English teacher and stop there.
But inside, there's a whole story. Why you chose it, what you love, what you hate.
And today, we're going to open that story a little bit.
And help you find English phrases to talk about your job in a real, honest way.
Not perfect, not fancy, just real.
So, let's start with the basics, what we actually do.
All right, let's do it.
So, Harry, let's pretend we just met for the first time. How would you answer, what do you do?
I'd say I work as an English content creator and teacher.
Can you say that again slowly?
Sure. I work as an English content creator and teacher.
Nice. That's a good pattern. I work as a plus your job.
Exactly. For example, I work as a nurse. I work as a software engineer. I work as a receptionist.
Sometimes people say I'm a plus job title, like I'm a doctor, I'm a driver, I'm a student.
Right. So you can choose I work as a or I'm a.
Okay, now let's go deeper. If I ask, what do you actually do at work, how would you answer?
I'd say I create English lessons, record audio and video, and help people practice real conversations.
That's good. You're not just saying the title, you're describing your main tasks.
Yeah, another useful phrase is I'm responsible for.
For example, I'm responsible for training new staff, or I'm responsible for customer support.
Or I'm responsible for managing social media. I'm responsible for checking invoices.
Do you think people enjoy explaining their job, or do they prefer to keep it short?
Again, it depends. Some people love talking about their work. Some people feel tired just thinking about it.
I sometimes say I work in plus the field.
Yeah, that's another good pattern. I work in education, I work in IT, I work in marketing, I work in healthcare.
It's useful when your job title is too long or complicated.
or when the other person might not understand the exact title.
So, if someone watching has a job they don't know how to say in English, what can they do?
First, they can start simple. I work in a restaurant. I work in a factory. I work in an office. I work in a shop.
Then add a little detail. I serve customers. I answer phone calls. I check documents. I fix machines.
Yes, title plus tasks. That already sounds much more natural.
How would you describe what I do, Harry?
I'd say Emma teaches English, creates conversations, and helps learners feel more confident.
I like that. I think I'll steal that line.
You're welcome. It's free branding.
So, to everyone watching, think about this. How would you describe your job in one clear sentence?
Not your perfect job, not your future job, just the job you have right now.
I work as a plus job. I'm a plus job. Or I work in plus 1 or 2 simple tasks.
That's a great place to start.
So, Emma, how do you really feel about your job these days?
Honestly, it's a mix. Some days I really love it. Some days it's heavy.
What are the parts you love the most?
I love it when I see people use a phrase from our lessons in real life.
Like when someone writes, I used this sentence at work today?
Exactly. Or when someone says, I finally talked to my colleague in English.
That must feel really rewarding.
It does. It feels like, okay, I'm not just making content, I'm helping real people.
Do you enjoy the creative part too?
Yes, I love creating stories, building characters, and making conversations feel like real life.
That's why you always add little details like coffee shops and rainy days.
Guilty. I think those details make English feel more human, not just grammar.
What about the parts you don't love?
I don't love deadlines.
Ah, the eternal enemy.
When there's too much to do and not enough time, I start to feel stressed and anxious.
What does a stressful workday look like for you?
Many messages, many tasks, not enough breaks, and my mind keeps jumping from one thing to another.
Do you ever feel guilty when you rest?
Yes, sometimes when I take a break, my brain says, you should be working.
I know that voice very well.
It's a terrible coworker.
So you love the impact and the creativity, but you struggle with pressure and time.
That's right, and sometimes I also worry about the future.
In what way?
I ask myself, is this sustainable? Can I do this for a long time? Am I growing?
Those are big questions.
Yeah, I think many people think about that, no matter what job they have.
Do you ever feel like changing careers completely?
Sometimes, in moments of burnout, yes, but then I remember the messages from students and I feel pulled back.
It's like the job is tiring, but also meaningful.
Exactly. It's not simple, it's both.
And that's okay. Your feelings about your job don't have to be black and white.
That's a good sentence. My feelings about my job are not black and white.
Gray zone English.
The most honest kind. What about you, Harry? How do you feel about your job these days?
I feel grateful and tired.
Grateful and tired at the same time?
Yeah, I'm grateful because I get to teach, create, and connect with learners around the world.
And tired because...
Because the internet never sleeps. There's always more to do, more to post, more to plan.
Do you put pressure on yourself?
A lot. I always feel like I have to make the next video better, the next lesson clearer.
Do you ever feel burnt out?
Yes, I've had periods of burnout. Times when I wake up and feel like I don't want to open my laptop.
What does burnout feel like for you?
Heavy. My body feels heavy, my brain feels foggy, and I feel disconnected from my own motivation.
That's serious.
Yeah, and the scary part is, from the outside, people see, oh, you're doing great, but inside you feel empty.
Have you learned anything from those burnout phases?
I've learned that if I don't set boundaries, my job eats my whole life.
What kind of boundaries?
Things like no work after 10 p.m., no checking comments in bed, no saying yes to every new idea.
That last one is hard.
Very hard. I love new ideas, but too many can kill my energy.
Do you still love teaching?
Yes, I do. When I'm actually teaching or recording, I feel alive.
So the problem is not the teaching, but the workload around it.
Exactly. Emails, planning, numbers, algorithms, the invisible part of the job.
If you could change one thing about your job, what would you change?
I would like more silence, more space to think deeply, and less constant noise.
That sounds like a simple thing, but also very hard in our world.
True, but I'm slowly changing my routine to protect that space.
Do you ever think, maybe I should just get a simple 9 to 5 job?
Sometimes, yes. Then I remember that those jobs also come with their own stress.
Grass is always greener.
Exactly. Every job has its good side and its dark side.
So, how do you stay connected to the meaning of your work?
I try to remember faces and names, not just numbers and views.
Students instead of statistics.
Yes, when I think about real people watching and learning, I feel that my job matters.
That's a beautiful way to hold your work.
I'm trying. It's a work in progress.
Let's talk about something many people struggle with: coworkers and bosses.
Yes, the people part of the job.
For some people, the job is okay, but the environment is toxic.
And for others, the job is boring, but the team is amazing.
Have you ever had a difficult boss?
Yes, I once had a boss who didn't listen and changed his mind every day.
That sounds exhausting.
It was. One day he wanted everything urgent, the next day he forgot about it.
How did that affect you?
I felt tense all the time. I started to doubt myself even when I did a good job.
That's the thing. A bad boss can make you question your value.
Exactly. And then you start to think, is it me? Am I the problem?
Have you had good bosses too?
Yes, I've had bosses who trusted me, gave clear feedback, and respected my time.
How did that feel?
It felt safe. I felt motivated to do my best.
So the same job can feel completely different depending on the boss.
Totally.
What about coworkers?
I've had all kinds. The funny coworker, the quiet coworker, the gossiping coworker, the always late coworker.
The gossiping coworker is the most dangerous.
Yes, they can create a lot of drama.
Have you ever had a coworker who really supported you?
Yes, a coworker who covered for me when I was sick, who listened when I was stressed.
That kind of coworker can save your mental health.
Absolutely. Sometimes a good coworker is the reason you stay in a job longer.
Do you think it's important to have at least one friend at work?
I think it helps a lot. Someone you can talk to honestly, someone who understands the context.
What would you say to someone who feels alone at work?
I'd say start small. Smile, say hello, ask simple questions, and see who responds kindly.
Not everyone will, but some people might surprise you.
Exactly.
Work environment is not just the building, it's the energy between people.
Yes, two offices can look the same but feel completely different.
So if someone doesn't like their job, sometimes the problem is the job itself, and sometimes it's the environment.
Right, and sometimes it's both.
That's when you really start thinking about changing something.
Which brings us to the big topic, changing jobs.
Have you ever seriously thought about changing jobs completely?
Yes, more than once.
What did that feel like?
Scary and exciting at the same time. Like standing at the edge of a swimming pool, not sure if you should jump.
Why scary?
Because you don't know what will happen. You might lose stability, money, status.
And why exciting?
Because there's a possibility of a better life, more meaning, more freedom.
I think many people live in that tension.
Yes, they don't love their job, but they're afraid to leave.
Comfort zone versus unknown.
Exactly.
What kind of questions come up when you think about changing jobs?
Questions like, what if I fail? What if I can't find anything better? What if I regret it?
Those what-if questions can be paralyzing.
Yes, they can keep you stuck in a situation that hurts you.
Do you think it's wrong to stay in a job you don't love?
I don't think it's wrong. Sometimes people have responsibilities and need stability.
Right. Real life is complicated.
But I think it's important to be honest with yourself about how your job is affecting you.
For example, is it affecting your sleep, your health, your relationships?
Is it making you feel small or worthless or hopeless?
Those are serious signals.
Yes, and they deserve attention.
Have you ever taken a small step instead of a big jump?
Yes, sometimes I don't change jobs completely, I just change how I do the job.
Like setting boundaries, saying no, asking for help?
Exactly. Or reducing hours, changing teams, changing the way I organize my day.
So, changing job can also mean changing the way you work.
Yes, not always, but sometimes that's enough to breathe again.
I like that idea. Sometimes you don't need a new life, you just need a new way of living the same life.
Well said.
And sometimes you really do need a completely new job.
Also true, and both are valid.
If someone watching is thinking about changing jobs, what kind of English phrase could they use?
They could say, I'm thinking of changing jobs, or I'm looking for a new opportunity, or I'm considering a career change.
Those are great phrases for talking to friends, mentors, or even in interviews.
Yes, and they sound honest but professional.
Work is a big part of your life, so it's okay to think deeply about it.
And to talk about it in English, even if your English is not perfect yet.
Let's talk about the classic question, money or meaning?
Ah, the big one.
Would you rather have a high-paying job you don't like or a low-paying job you love?
Honestly, I think the answer changes depending on your situation.
How so?
If you're struggling to pay rent or support your family, money becomes very important.
Survival first.
Exactly. It's hard to think about meaning when you're worried about basic needs.
And when your basics are okay?
Then meaning becomes more important. You start asking, is this all? Is this really how I want to spend my time?
Do you think your job needs to be your passion?
Not necessarily. For some people, a job is just a job, and their passion is outside of work.
Like hobbies, family, art, sports.
Yes, and that can be totally fine.
For others, they really want their job to be meaningful.
Right. They want to feel connected to a purpose, to feel that their work matters.
Where do you think you are on that spectrum?
I think I'm closer to the meaning side.
Me too.
But I also respect people who say, I work for money and stability, and I find meaning somewhere else.
Work-life balance is another huge topic.
Yes, if your job eats all your energy, you don't have much life left.
Have you ever felt like your job was taking over your whole life?
Yes, especially when I worked too many hours and checked work messages late at night.
What did that do to you?
I became more impatient, more tired, less present with the people I love.
So your job started to affect your relationships.
Exactly. That was a big warning sign.
What helped you create a better balance?
Small rules like no work after this time, one full day off each week, no email in bed.
Do you always follow those rules?
No, but I try. When I break them too often, I feel the difference.
I think many people watching can relate to that.
For sure.
So when we talk about your job in this lesson, we're not just talking about what you do from 9 to 5.
We're also talking about how your job makes you feel and how it fits into your whole life.
That's why it's so important to have the language to talk about it.
Yes, in any language, but today, especially in English.
Okay, let's zoom in on some useful phrases for talking about your job.
Let's do it. Teacher mode activated.
First, we already talked about I work as a, and I'm a, and I work in.
Right. Those are for job titles and fields.
Next, to describe your role, you can say I'm responsible for.
For example, I'm responsible for managing a small team, or I'm responsible for customer support.
You can also say, my main job is to.
My main job is to fix technical problems. My main job is to help clients with their orders.
To talk about what your job is like, you can say, my job is plus an adjective.
My job is stressful. My job is exciting. My job is repetitive. My job is rewarding.
Rewarding is a nice word. It means the job gives you a good feeling inside.
Yes, like when you see a student succeed or a patient get better.
To talk about how you feel, you can say, sometimes I feel.
Sometimes I feel burnt out. Sometimes I feel under pressure. Sometimes I feel proud of my work.
You can also say, one thing I like about my job is.
One thing I like about my job is the flexible schedule. One thing I like about my job is my coworkers.
And one thing I don't like about my job is.
One thing I don't like about my job is the long hours. One thing I don't like about my job is the low salary.
To talk about your future, you can say, in the future, I'd like to.
In the future, I'd like to get a promotion. In the future, I'd like to start my own business. In the future, I'd like to change careers.
If you're not happy with your job now, you can say, I'm not completely happy with my job.
Or, I'm looking for something more meaningful. I'm looking for a better work-life balance.
To talk about stress, you can say, my job is very demanding.
Or, I have a heavy workload. I often work overtime. I don't have much time to rest.
On the positive side, you can say, I have a supportive team. My boss is understanding. I learn a lot at work.
Yes, that's important too.
So many people only say, I'm a nurse, I'm an engineer, and stop there.
But you can say so much more.
You can say how it feels, what you like, what you don't like, what you want to change.
And all of that makes your English sound more real, more human.
Let's talk about one more thing, your relationship with your job.
That's a great phrase, my relationship with my job.
Because your job is like a relationship. It can be healthy or unhealthy.
It can support you or it can drain you.
How would you describe your relationship with your job right now?
I'd say it's complicated but meaningful.
Like a Facebook status.
Exactly.
I'd say I'm learning how to work with my job instead of against it.
That's a nice way to put it.
Some people feel married to their job.
Some feel trapped by their job.
And some feel like their job is just a roommate. They live together, but there is no emotion.
That's a funny but accurate image.
Do you think it's healthy to get your whole identity from your job?
I don't think so. If your whole identity is your job, you can feel lost when something changes.
Like losing a job or changing roles.
Yes, that's why I try to remember, I am more than my job.
That's a powerful sentence. I am more than my job.
I think many people need to hear that.
Your value as a human is not the same as your job title or your salary.
Exactly.
Your job is important, but it's not all of you.
And that thought can also reduce some pressure.
So when you talk about your job in English, you can be honest and kind to yourself at the same time.
You can say, my job is not perfect, but I'm doing my best. Or my job is difficult, but I'm learning a lot.
You can even say, I don't like my job right now, but I'm working on changing my situation.
That's real, and that's okay.
Real English for real jobs and real lives.
That's what we're here for.
So, that's our conversation about your job. The title, the tasks, the stress, and the meaning behind it.
We talked about how to say what you do, how your job feels, and what you want in the future.
Remember, your job is important, but it doesn't define your whole value as a person.
And your English doesn't have to be perfect to talk about your real life.
For a little homework, try this in the comments.
Write 3 sentences. I work as, one thing I like about my job is, and one thing I don't like about my job is.
If you're thinking about changing jobs, you can also add, in the future, I'd like to...
We'd love to read about your job and your dreams in your own English.
Thank you for spending your time with us today.
We're Harry and Emma, and we're happy to be part of your English journey.
Take care of yourself, not just your work.
And we'll see you in another lesson soon.